What is up, everybody? My name is Jackson, and today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about how to raise capital for Amazon FBAs. But before we get started, if you're not subscribed already, if you don't mind, please hit that subscribe button just to stay tuned with my channel. I'm going to be pumping out a lot of Amazon FBA videos for the next few weeks. I have a lot planned. So hit that button and also hit the like button if you do not mind. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So today I'm talking about, like I said, how to raise capital for Amazon FBA. So I went into several Facebook groups this past week and I asked people, I said, what is their biggest struggle when starting an Amazon FBA business? And about 7, 8 out of 10 people said not having enough money. A lot of people thought you need $5,000 to $10,000. A lot of people, knew that it was just maybe $1,000 to $2,000, but they were like, I don't know how to get that. So I'm going to talk about how to get that. I think I have about 10 different ways. A lot of you have heard of, some maybe you have not, and I probably left a few off on accident, but as long as this gets you thinking on how to make some money and start this Amazon FBA business, that's my goal for today. So I also want to start with saying here in red, all my expenses were around $1,000 for my first product. Now I have seen people start with $300, and I've seen people who started with $10,000. The people who started with $300 maybe started with like 50 units. The people with and a cheap product, and the people who started with $10,000 was like expensive product. They had all different sorts of variations. Their packaging was perfect. They branded it. And they went over and above with them. So I'd say I'm typical, and I used about $1,000, and I'm probably the average, $1,000 to maybe $1,500. So let's get into it. The first way I suggested is get a job / save up money. Just simply put, that's it. If you're 16 years old, or if you're in the house or in high school, or even if you're in college, just get a job. Go work at Walmart, Kroger, get like a fast food job, a retail place. Just save up some money. It might take you a few weeks, a few months, but if you're saving up, you can also learn. Just get on YouTube and learn everything you can. Now, if say you're an adult, say you're 20 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus, you have kids, whatnot, just stash some money away, even if it's $20 a check or $20 a week. It's going to take a while. It might take a few months, but in that span, just learn everything you can from YouTube and watch all the videos you can. So that's the easiest way, and that's the number one way I suggest, is either just to get a job, or if you have a job, just simply save up money. Save up $500, save up $1,000. It's not that much, and it won't take that long. If you're really dedicated, you can do it. Next is ask your parents for the money, or split it with friends. So if you're at home again, and maybe you don't have a job, say mom, or dad, I want to start this business on Amazon. I was wondering, if I could have $500. Some people can't do that. I totally understand. If you're out on yourself in the real world, or even if you are at home still, you can split it with a friend. If you have a close buddy who kind of thinks like you and has the same business aspirations, say, hey man, I checked this business model out. I found, see what you think about it, and if you want to go in with it and we're on the same board, we can split it. I've seen people do that too. The only problem is if you do split it with people, and you come to a dispute, it can kind of be, I guess, ugly if you don't agree on the same thing. So I wouldn't recommend that, and I wouldn't also ask your parents either, but some of you are cool with your parents like that. So if you can do either of those things, that's a suggestion as well. Third is put it on a credit card. Now, this is what I actually did. And why did I do this? Well, because I didn't want to feel the initial hit of like $750, or I guess $1,000 in total expenses come out right away. I had the money. I just didn't want to, pay for it up front. So I paid it off in the span of like 2.5 months. I wouldn't recommend this either, just because you kind of have, I guess you could say, that debt like a looming over you. But if you have a credit card and you feel comfortable doing this, and you're responsible and you go pay it off, then I won't suggest it, but you can do this, and it is a suggestion. Plus, say you put it on there and you get your product live, and say your product hits the ground running, you could pay this off quick, especially if you're making $100 or $200 a day from your product. So put it on a credit card. That's what I did, and that's the third suggestion. Fourth one is loan. I'm not going to spend much time on this. I would not recommend it. I've seen people do it. That's why I put it on here. I wouldn't recommend it because if you think about it, the Amazon FBA business model is not an expensive one to start. It's not like you're starting your own retail store or clothing brand or anything like that. You're not building some building. You're simply just sending something to Amazon, like maybe 100 units. So it's not expensive, a business model start, and but you can make a lot of money from it. But I've seen people do loans. I wouldn't do it. Just save up the money, like I said in the first pointer. Next is chores, and I've kind of put it in quotations because I know it sounds like a little kid thing, but start up like a grass cutting business in the summer. People make a lot of money from that. You can walk your neighbor's dog. You can shovel snow in the winter if it snows where you are. One time I made like $100 in just a few hours shoveling snow. When I was younger, I used to cut grass. I have a boss at work who has a grass cutting business. It makes a lot of money. So those are other suggestions. It's kind of chores and just kind of stuff like that. If you go with your hands, maybe you can do like a lawn care or like a mulching business, just something like that. Because I've seen people make a lot of money, and that's something that you might be already doing. You just don't think about it, but you can make some good money doing stuff like that as well. Retail arbitrage is huge as well. I sort of do this, or I had done this in the past. Just go to like a thrift store, go to Craigslist, go like the free section on Craigslist, get some free stuff, toss it up on eBay and Facebook. eBay and Facebook is super, super easy to list stuff for sale on. I also just started with Facebook and then go to eBay because Facebook, you can just meet somebody around town and sell it to them. Amazon has a retail arbitrage system too. I have not done that. Excuse me. But I know people who do send stuff into Amazon, like their own stuff, and sell it. It's used. But I would suggest first go to eBay or Facebook. Just find stuff laying around. Go to Target, find stuff cheap. Go to a thrift store, find stuff cheap. Or toss it up on eBay or Facebook and even Amazon, and you can make some good money. You can double, triple, or even probably quadruple your money, especially if you find something for a cheap price and you see it listed for a high price on eBay, so to say. Next, you can take online surveys. I have not done this myself. I know several people that have. I'm sure you can make like $10 to $30 an hour is probably average. I think they just PayPal it to you. You can just go on Google and search paid online surveys. I'm not sure how long they take. Like I said, I've never done them, but I do know people that have done them and made money from it. So I know it is legit. And they just send the money right through to your PayPal account. So you can do that if you can, if you're kind of lazy or if you don't have much time and you want to work from your computer, you can do online surveys. Next is like assistant work. Now, I'm almost positive you all have heard of this, but it's a popular one, and I know a lot of people do it, is if you have a, let's say you know how to do Photoshop, go on Fiverr, make an account, go under the Photoshop section, and you can basically sell your service to people. They can probably pay you by the hour or by the job. I have actually hired somebody from Fiverr for my Amazon stuff. So that's a good way to make some money as well, especially if you're good at like a particular skill or have a good service to offer. Affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is something that I strongly believe in. I did it pretty heavy this past fall. I don't do as much anymore, but I was making like $200 a month from it. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's basically you get a commission for somebody buying something through your specific link. So if I sell, like if I give you a link for my phone right here and I say, hey, go buy this, and it says $100 and I get a 50% commission. If you buy through my link, I get $50. That's the general gist of it. Now, this does require some skill because you have to know what you're doing. You can't just go spam your link to anybody and get sales. You have to know what you're doing, and that kind of will take some time to learn that, pick that skill up. So that might be something more long term, but the other ones you can do, within a weekend just about, or even within an hour if it's like a survey. And then I think this is the last one. So yeah, simply put, for the last one, just use the skills you have. This kind of goes with the Fiverr / assistant one. But if you're good at making websites, if you're good at graphic design, selling stuff, like flipping stuff, etc., just sit down for 5 minutes, be like, okay, what am I good at, and how can I make money from it? Like I said earlier, if you're good with your hands, you can work on like building stuff and selling it. If you're good at making websites, you can go to your local restaurant and say, hey, do the website. stuff like that. Just think about what you're good at and just sell it. There's tons of ways to do it. And I know I've done this before. I've sell stuff on eBay. I sell stuff on Facebook. I've even bought stuff off Facebook too. So a lot of people do it. You can make a lot of money from it. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry. But anyways, that's all I have to say for today's video. I hope you all got some value out of it. I gave you 10 tips. I'm sure I left some out. I'm sure y'all have seen some of these, but as long as I kind of got your mind, I guess, thinking about how you can do it, or if I introduce you to a new way, I hope that helps you. You don't need that much money. I don't want you thinking you need like $5,000. $1,000, if you think about it, is not a lot. I'm sure you and I could spend $1,000 like this if we had it. So just save up. That's my suggestion. But I gave you these other tips and pointers if you can't save up or don't have a job or for whatever reason. So anyways, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button if you did enjoy today's video. And I'll be dropping a bunch of FBA videos in the next coming week. So anyways, I'll see you all in the next one.